The animation industry is a wild ride, constantly throwing new franchises and original productions into the mix. Among the many franchises making a comeback is the Angry Birds movie franchise. After lying dormant for 5 years, the series is set to return with the Angry Birds Movie 3. The previous two movies, while not critically acclaimed, were box office hits, grossing over $500 million combined. The first movie, released in 2016, received mixed reviews, while the second film, which came out in 2019, fared slightly better with critics. Despite the lukewarm reception, a third installment is now in the works. The original Angry Birds movie hit theaters when the mobile game was still a cultural phenomenon, featuring a star-studded cast including Josh Gad, Danny McBride, Maya Rudolph, and even Sean Penn. The film focused on Red, the main character, leading a protest against the Green Pigs, who had invaded their island. The sequel brought in Leslie Jones as a new character, with the plot revolving around the birds and pigs joining forces to face a greater threat. However, there's a significant shift in the production of the Angry Birds Movie 3. Sony, which produced the first two movies, is no longer involved. Instead, Sega, having recently acquired the Angry Birds intellectual property for $775 million, is taking the reins. Despite the change, many crew and cast members from the previous films are returning for this third installment. The plot details of the Angry Birds Movie 3 remain under wraps, but it's known that the film will continue the adventures of Red and Chuck. This aligns with Sega's strategy to expand its intellectual properties across various media platforms. Sega's CEO, Shuji Utsumi, has expressed excitement about the film and the chance to bring the charm of the Angry Birds brand to fans worldwide. Even though the previous movies garnered mixed reviews, the new movie is still in its early production stages, and only time will tell how it will be received. Now, let's shift gears a bit. As an outsider to the Angry Birds franchise, I must admit I'm not entirely sure about its current popularity. However, considering Sega's acquisition of the franchise last year, it seems to be doing well. Interestingly, I wasn't aware that Angry Birds had amusement park rides until recently. Rovio Entertainment's CEO, Alexandra Pelletier-Normand, expressed her excitement about the new Angry Birds adventure, stating that the Angry Birds brand knows no bounds. Rovio is committed to creating entertainment that sparks the imagination across various platforms, including games, feature films, licensed products, and amusement parks. Several notable production people are involved in the Angry Birds Movie 3. Executive producer Toru Nakahara, known for his work on Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic Prime, and producer John Cohan, who worked on Despicable Me and the Garfield movie, are part of the team. Additionally, some of the original production and character designers are returning for this film. The animation for the third installment is being handled by DNEG Animation, a company renowned for outsourcing 3D animated movies. DNEG Animation's managing director, Crosby Kleiss, has expressed excitement about collaborating with Prime Focus Studios and Robo to create a high-velocity adventure in the Angry Birds world. Representatives from Prime Focus Studios and Flywheel Media have also shared their enthusiasm about being part of the next chapter in the Angry Birds story. This extensive involvement from various corporations indicates a collaborative effort to monetize the franchise. Personally, I remain skeptical about the quality and success of the Angry Birds movies. The first two didn't particularly impress me, and I question whether the franchise still holds significant weight in the 2020s, considering the original game was released back in 2009. Nevertheless, the first movie's success in 2016 can't be ignored. In conclusion, while the Angry Birds Movie 3 is still in production, there's plenty of time before its release. Rest assured, I'll be here to cover every trailer and provide a comprehensive review when the movie finally hits the screens. Stay tuned for more updates.